right, last day of, what is this, August? Two-dimensional figures. Going to be naming them today, describing them, and then finding the area and perimeter of them. So let's start off with number of sides. We're going to do a little table here. The table is going to be number of sides, and then the name of the polygon. You can't see anything? There we go. Number of sides in one column, name of polygon in the other column. So we're going to start off with a three-sided shape, and that's called a triangle. Four-sided, quadrilateral. Five sides, pentagon. Six-sided shape, that's a hexagon. Seven sides, heptagon. We got eight sides as an octagon. Nine-sided shape, that's a nonagon. And then we're going to freeze it at 10. So 10-sided shape, that's a dodecagon. And then what we're going to do is anything over 10. Okay? Anything over 10. If we get to 11 sides, we're going to call that an 11gon. You just have to know 3 through 10. Most of you know most of them already. All right. So a 15-sided shape, it's a 15gon. All right. Anything over 10, we're just going to use the number of sides followed by the word gon. Now, these different polygons, based on the number of sides that they have, you're going to be asked to classify them two ways. We'll start with the first way that you're going to have to classify them is going to be by convex and then concave. So convex, I'm going to draw a few examples of convex polygons. So here's a convex triangle. Convex quadrilateral. Convex pentagon. Convex octagon. See them? Then you've got concave shapes. Let me show you some concave shapes. Concave quadrilateral. Concave pentagon. Concave hexagon. Do I need to continue, or do you see the difference between convex and concave? To me, it looks like right here, we got like this shape is dented in, or what I call it, it's caved in, right? And this shape is got a side that's kind of caved in. And this shape has a side or an area that looks like it's caved in. And when that's the case, the shape is concave. The definition is that if you connect two vertices, you don't write this down, just watch. If you connect two vertices and there's a vertex inside of that, it's concave. If we connected this point right here to this point, there's a vertex inside that line. If we connect A to B, there's a vertex inside or in between or inside of there. Y'all see the difference between convex and concave? Yes. Very good. Then the third way that you're going to name and classify these shapes is by regular That means all the sides are the same. All the sides are congruent. All the sides have the same length. Regular. If I go back up to these convex examples and this convex quadrilateral, and I put a tick mark on each side, those tick marks mean that all the sides are the same. So that would be a regular quadrilateral. Okay? All the sides are the same. Actually, it would be a regular convex quadrilateral. The shape is called irregular. Irregular when the sides are not all congruent. That means when all the sides aren't the same. An example of that would be, let's say right over here, I'm looking at this shape that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. It's concave. and it is irregular. All right, so y'all good with the different ways to name these shapes? By the number of sides, by convex or concave, and by regular or irregular. Second part of your assignment, you're going to be finding the perimeter and area. Perimeter and area of these shapes. Now, the perimeter of any shape that's equal to the sum of the sides. The sum of the sides, that means add the side lengths together. I hope you know that already. Perimeter, add up the side lengths. Now, the only shape you're going to see here that you're maybe not so familiar with the perimeter of is a circle. And when we're talking about perimeter of a circle, its circumference is the term that's used. Circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle has two formulas. One of them, you take 2, you multiply it by pi, and then you multiply it by the radius. If you're given a picture of a circle, and you're given the radius, your circumference equals 2 times pi times 5. That would be 10 pi. The other formula for the circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter. So if you're given a circle and you're asked to find the circumference, but the dimension that you're given goes through the center and touches both sides, that's the diameter of the circle, and the circumference would be equal to 12 times pi, or 12 pi. Now, if you need your answer as a decimal, your calculators have a pi button. Pi button looks like this. Pi symbol and a button. All right. So in your calculator, if you push 10 times and the pi button and you hit equals, it's 31.42. 12 times pi, that's 12 times. You push the pi button on your calculator, you hit equals, that's 37.7. Circumference in terms of pi has the pi symbol. Circumference as a decimal does not. area of a circle. That's equal to pi times the radius squared. Pi times the radius squared. Very simple. So we're going to find the area of this first circle. This area is going to be equal to pi times 5 squared. 5 squared is 25, so here's 25 pi as the area in terms of pi. In the calculator, that means 25 times the pi button, which is 78.54. Bless you. The area of this other circle, area is going to be equal to pi times the radius squared. If the diameter is 12, the radius is 6. So 6 squared. 6 squared is 36, so this area would be 36 pi's. And that's 36 times the pi button in your calculator. Hit equals 113.1. All right, and then we're going to go back up here real quick to this chart that we started. Number of sides, name of polygon, and then we're going to put area formula right here. And we're only dealing with triangles and quadrilaterals today. So the area of a triangle, that's equal to 0.5 times the base times the height. 0.5 times the base times the height of the shape. Quadrilateral, if it's got 4 sides. All right. If it's got 4 sides and it's a square, you just take one of the sides and you square it. Quadrilateral, if it's a square, take one of the side lengths, you square it. If it's any other 4-sided shape, then it's length times width. Or you can use base times height. Depends on how the dimensions are given. Length times width or base times height. Either of those formulas will work for a 4-sided shape that's not a square. All right. Any questions? Cover your nose. Your practice problems for today. Page 61. Problems 3 through 16. 3 through 16. Page 61, problems 3 through 16. This is geometry practice.